have really left anywhere. Millions of us. But what we want to do at this time is we want to make sure that our people is able to reclaim the sacred soul. When they talked about knocking on the door, now we're going to bring our movie sinners in there. Master Ryan, Ashe, Mistress Zinzi, the Kuglers. Ashe to you both. We thank you for the work called The Sinners, the Motion Picture, because you allowed folk to be able to see how the seers see. The divine mothers, the Mami Watas, the oracles, the black doves. Yes, the priestesses. That scene in the Jew joint, we call it the Jew joint. That scene in the Jew joint really allowed people to see how we see through the dimensions. So it's time. We feel it's time. What do you say? The manuals. The manuals are so much more of a glimpse at where we can be once we repossess the sacred soul. We had something standing at the door knocking. Yeah, standing at the door knocking. We believe that the sacred ancestors may have been tricked into following malevolent spirits of the underworld at the cost of their own sacred soul. And we're sharing that information now. How to uncross a crossing. How to move back and revive the sacred soul. The manuals. We reveal a lot within the manuals. And these are not the manuals of the priestcraft at all, no. But it gives basic information to what we feel could help each individual on their own. Believe it or not, because a lot of people we feel are ready on your own to revive the sacred soul. Rose Cross Matrix. Rose Cross Matrix. Sacred Soul Revival in the Aquarian Age. Why is it called the Rose Cross Matrix? I'm glad you asked. Rose Cross Matrix is the work, very similar to the work that an actual priestess, a high priestess in particular, receives as introductory to the priestcraft in helping community, culture, tribe, clan, nation. Now it's available to everyone in the world because we are in the era, the age of Aquarius, and that's the age of intellect. Aquarius is pouring out, they say the water bearer, but the Aquarius is pouring out information, memory, DNA, synapse, just snapping. So what we want people to do, at your own discretion, of course, seek your own soul guide, spirit team, and of course the divine source and force. Please seek that for yourself and see if this is something that you can use. But we are offering this as the ancestors and the bloodlines were able to offer. When folk would get kidnapped and brought into concentration camps and they would get a chance to escape, I come through a bloodline where we were in charge of the cleansing ceremonies, the uncrossing ceremonies. Uncrossing, the cross, double cross, triple cross, through feet washing, head washing, hand washing, and also sometimes people needed a full immersion, uncrossing. But now, as we begin pioneering a new age, people are ready. Kinfolk are ready. Just go into their own services once certain information is revealed. Now we're talking about the Wiz, the Wizard of Oz. It's been a message all along. It's about home and being home. Home of the sacred soul. The feelings. You got it by your gut once again. Gut meaning the feelings. How does it feel? Very, very, very powerful song from the Voodoo album by the late priest D'Angelo. Yes, and his high priest, Miss Angie Stone. The family, the line. He asked, how does it feel? Because our traditions of spiritual magie, as we call it within the community, these sacred systems of spiritual magie, it's about the feeling. That's what all that we talk about within our practices. The soul, the sacred soul, being revived, being able to feel once again, about being home within the sacred soul.